Hello everyone, welcome to ashatech.com, your engineering sciences channel. In this discussion, we are looking at a question from the law of conservation of energy, and the question says a railway wagon of mass 20 tons runs into a buffer top having two buffer springs, each of 10 kilonewtons per millimeter stiffness, and find the maximum compression of the springs if the wagon is traveling at 18 kilometers per hour. So that is the question that has been given unto us, and let us look at the solution. The data that is picked from this question is mass of the wagon, which is 20 tons, and this gives us 20 times 10 power 3 kilograms. Then the speed of velocity of the wagon is 18 kilometers per hour, and this is 18 times 1000. Converting this to meters per second would give 18,000 divided by 3600, since in 1 hour there are 3600 seconds. This would give us 5 meters per second. The spring constant is equal to 10 kilonewtons per millimeter. So converting this to newtons per meter, it would be 10 times 10 power 3 times 10 power 3 newtons per meter. Let us borrow the law of conservation of energy. We know that there is a energy transformation. As we know that energy can neither be created nor destroyed, but can only be changed from one form to the other, as the law of conservation of energy states. Then it means as the wagon is going to hit the two buffers that are having springs, it means it is going to hit it when it is carrying kinetic energy. So the moment it hits, the wagon hits the buffer, then its kinetic energy is lost into the energy stored by the spring. So since there are two springs, it is going to be like we have a wagon which is moving, then you have two springs. They are stoppers, so the moment this body hits this, remember it will have attained a velocity v meters per second. Therefore, the kinetic energy the wagon has will be given to the springs and be able to compress them. Therefore, the energy stored by the springs when they are compressed by the wagon will equal to the kinetic energy lost by the wagon. Therefore, I have a half mv squared is equal to twice times a half x squared k. Why do I say twice? It means each spring will compress by a half, will compress by x, and therefore the energy stored in each spring will be a half kx squared. Since they are two, are multiplied by 2. Then it means this a half and that a half are going away. The x is the compression of the spring, as we have already said, meaning that x squared is equal to 2mv squared out of k, making x the subject of the formula, would give you 2 times mass times v squared divided by k. So we have these values of mass, we have values of velocity, and the value of k. If I substitute, I will have 2 times 20 times 10 power 3 times 5 squared, everything divided by 10 power 10 power 6, and everything to power a half or under root. Therefore, x is equal to square root of 0.025, and it gives you 0.158 or 158 millimeters. Therefore, the compression of the springs of the bumper will give you a compression of 158 millimeters. Thank you so much.